Hi friends, once again welcome back in our educational channel that is Milinda's Ideas. And these Milinda's Ideas are now known as Precise Electronics. Friends, in today's video lecture, we are going to start the new topic of our logic circuits, that is sequential logic circuits. We already studied the number systems, the logic circuits and the combinational logic circuits. And in these lectures, we are going to start the new topics, that is sequential logic circuits. What is sequential logic circuits? A logic circuits which are used to perform the sequential operations in logic circuits are known as sequential logic circuits. The flip-flop is one of the sequential logic circuit used in logic circuits or using digital instruments. And in this chapter, in these topics, we have to study types of flip-flops, counters, the types of counters, and the registers and the types of registers. So flip-flop, registers, and counters are the types of sequential circuits used in digital circuits, using digital instruments. So in this lecture, we are going to study the first sequential circuit, that is flip-flop. So what is flip-flop? So flip-flop is known as memory device of logic circuits. Memory. What is memory? Memory means a storing device. So flip-flop is a device which is used to store the digital data, And in case of digital instrument, the data is in form of 0 and 1. So flip-flop is to store the digital data in form of 0 and 1, in form of set and reset. In flip-flop, the data stored in form of 0. 0 means we are applying a 0 voltage, low voltage. When the flip-flop stores the low voltage, as it contains, it is known as low state, it is known as reset state. And when the flip-flop stores the data in form of high voltage state, that is known as a 1 state, and this state is known as set state. So in case of flip-flop, the data stored in form of set and reset condition. Set means high condition and reset means low condition. Basically, flip-flop is known as bistable multioperator. What is bistable multioperator? Bi means two, binary. Bi means two, stable. So in this circuit, there are two stable states. There is a high stable state, that is a set state, and low stable state, that is reset state. So the flip-flop or this circuit is either in high state or in low state, and when we are applying a next trigger input, then the condition of that flip-flop, the state of that flip-flop get changed. That is either changes from high to low state or low to high state. That is a bistable. Both the state, that is a high state and low state, are stable state. This circuit is known as a bistable multioperator. Flip-flop is also known as a bistable multioperator. It is also known as 1-bit memory cell. Now what is 1-bit memory cell? The 1-bit memory cell is used to store only 1 bit at a time. That means this circuit is able to store either high state or low state at a time. And it is going to store either 1 or 0. 1 means, friends, it is a set, and 0 means it is a reset. That means that circuit is either in set mode or in reset mode. That is known as 1-bit memory cell. This 1-bit memory cell or this flip-flop or this multioperator is also known as latch. What is latch? Latch means lock. It is known as a latch. It is also known as a lock. What is the meaning of latch? The flip-flop store the 1 bit, that is either 1 or low, and that bit gets locked in that circuit, in that memory device, until we are applying a key. What is a key? Key means in this case is a trigger input. When we are applying the trigger input, it may be either set input or reset input. That means we are applying high pulse or we are applying low pulse. And when we are applying the next pulse, then only the state of flip-flop get changed. That means the number which is get locked will get changed. It goes to low level or it goes to high level. That's why it is known as a latch or it is known as a lock. Now in this video lecture, we are going to study the various types of flip-flops. The various types of flip-flops are used in digital circuit, and the types are RS flip-flop, which is also known as SR flip-flop. RS, that is a condition, that is a state of the flip-flop, that is a reset state or set state. RS, R for reset, S for set. So reset set flip-flop, it is also known as SR flip-flop, set reset flip-flop. So first RS flip-flop. Next we have to study D flip-flop, that is data flip-flop. Then we have to study JK flip-flop. Then we have to study the clocked flip-flop, trigger flip-flop, etc. So the various types of flip-flops are used in the digital instruments. And in this first lecture, this is our first lecture of sequential logic circuit. And in this first lecture, we are going to study the basic flip-flop. Which is basic flip-flop? Obviously, RS flip-flop, that is SR flip-flop, is basic flip-flop. Why it is basic flip-flop? Because R and S are the state of the flip-flop. Flip-flop here. In all the flip-flop either in set mode or reset mode. So RS flip-flop is a basic flip-flop used in digital circuits. So first of all, RS flip-flop. In case of RS flip-flop, R means reset. When the flip-flop is in reset mode, the output goes to low level. And then when the flip-flop is in set mode, output goes to high. Now, flip-flop. Why it is called flip-flop? Flip means high. When the flip-flop is in set mode, when the number stored, the bit stored in the flip-flop is high, it is in flip condition, flip. And when the bit stored in the flip-flop is low, that is when the flip-flop is in reset condition, then it is known as flop. So flip and flop, flip-flop. That means a flip-flop is type of sentence. The flip condition, and the flop condition, the flip and flop. So in this case, flip-flop is going to change its state between high and low. That's why it is called flip. Set condition, reset condition. In this lecture, we are going to study the first topic, that is RS flip-flop. The first circuit, RS flip-flop, by using transistor circuits. The transistorized RS flip-flop is now going to display on your screen. In this circuit, the two transistors are used. The two identical transistors are used. The two transistors, T1 and T2 are used. And the same value of resistors are connected to the circuit. That means the collectors are connected to the plus VCC through resistors R1. Both collectors of T1 and T2. Then the collector of T1 is connected to the base of T2 and collector of T2 is connected to the base of T1 through resistor R2. Once again, the same values of resistors are used. Then the input pulse, that is the input trigger pulse, that is the set and resets are applied to the base of transistor to resistors R3, and the emitter circuits are grounded through resistors R4. So the resistors having the same resistance value are used in the circuit. The two identical transistors are used. In this case, the output terminal is connected to the collector circuit of transistors. So output of transistor T1, that means the collector of transistor T1 is considered as a Y complement, or that is considered as Q complement. In some cases, the Y is used, or some cases Q is used. So output of first transistor, that is a T1, is Y complement, or that is a Q complement, while the output of second transistor T2 is Y, or that is Q. That is considered as a set, and output of first transistor is considered as a reset. The collector of first transistor T1 is connected to the base of transistor T2. That means the output of transistor T1 is connected to the base of transistor T2. So output is connected as an input for the next transistor. So output of T1 is connected to the input terminal of transistor T2, while the output of T2, that is the collector of T2, is connected to the input terminal, that is the base of transistor T1. So output is feedback to the input terminal of transistors. So along with this, there are two trigger inputs, that is a set input and a reset input. Set input is connected to transistor T1. Set is connected to transistor T1 and reset is connected to base of transistor T2. Friends, the set is connected to the base of T1 and reset is connected to the base of transistor T2. The output of T1, that is Q complement, output of T2, that is Q. The Q is considered as a set and Q complement is considered as a reset. So that is the constructional diagram of transistor as RS. Friends, in case of transistor, when the base potential goes to high level, that means when we are applying the base potential, transistor is in biasing condition, it is in on condition, it is in saturation mode, then the collector potential drops to low level. When the base potential goes to high level, the collector potential goes to low level. And when the base potential goes to low level, that means when the transistor is in off condition, then the collector potential goes to high level. It remains in off condition. And that principle is used in this circuit. The output is connected to collector terminals and the inputs are connected to the base terminals. Now friends, how this circuit is used to store the bits, the working of this RSP. The first condition. What is the first condition? That is the set and reset inputs are low. When the set input and reset input is 0, there is no biasing potential. There is no base potential applied to the transistor. So both the transistor remains in off condition. So obviously the output of transistor T1 goes to high level because base potential is low, and the output of transistor T2 is also high level. But that is not practicable. So what is the output state? So in this case, the output is last state. What is the last state? Before this, we are not applying any inputs. The first stage, the first inputs are, both inputs are low. So what is the last state? The last state is known as the initial state. So what is the initial state? That is a state when we are going to switch on the power supply, the circuit goes into either set mode or reset mode. That is the initial stage. So flip-flop is in either set mode or reset mode. That is the initial state. And when we are, and when we are applying both set reset inputs are low, the circuit remains, output remains in last state, the flip-flop remains in last state. That is known as the initial state. Now friends, the next condition, the second case. The second condition when that is the set input is low and reset input is high. When the set input is low, transistor T1 does not get the biasing potential, so remains in off condition, while T2 gets the biasing potential because the reset input is high. So transistor T1 is off condition and T2 is in on condition. So transistor T2 conducts, due to which the output potential of T2 goes to low level. And what is the output of transistor T2? That is Q, that is Y, that is set. So Q goes to low level, while as transistor T1 is in off condition, the output of transistor T1, that is Q complement, goes to high level. So in this case, friends, in this case, the output is Q is equal to 0 and Q complement is 1, and that is known as a reset condition. So flip-flop is in reset mode. That means when the set input is low, reset input is high, flip-flop is in reset. The next condition, that is the third case. That is when set input is high and reset input is low. Now as a set input is high, transistor T1 now conduct. Transistor T1 conduct and T2 is in off condition. Sorry. T1 conducts and T2 is in off condition, due to which the collector potential of T1 now goes to low level. And what is the collector potential of T1? That is a Q complement. So Q complement now goes to low level, while transistor T2 is in off condition, and the collector potential of T2 goes to high level, and that is Q. So in this case, the Q becomes 1 and Q complement 0. So the output goes to high level and our complement of output goes to low level. That means the flip-flop is in set. The set Q, that is a set. So set output is high, reset output is low. So flip-flop is in reset mode. So output at this stage, that is Q is equal to 0 and Q complement is low. That is third step, condition, third step. That is a set condition. Now the last condition, the last step, that is when both set and reset inputs are high. When both S and R are high, the both transistor conducts, and hence they will try to get saturated. So what is the output at this stage? When transistor T1 conducts, the output, that is Q complement, goes to low level. When transistor T2 conduct, the output Q, it must goes to low level. So in this case, the Q, that will be 0, and Q complement, that will be also 0. But that is not practicable. When Q is low, the Q complement must be high, or when Q is high, Q complement must be low. But in this case, we are not able to predict the output state. The output, it may be either high or low. So we are not able to predict. The state is known as a unpredictable, and this state is known as a forbidden state. This state is also known as a race condition. Why the word race is used? Because both transistors try to get saturated, and for that purpose there is a race between them to get saturated, and that's why the word race is used. And this state is known as forbidden state. We are not able to predict what is the output state. That means when both inputs are high, when the set is 1, reset is 1, the output is race, or it is unpredictable, it is a forbidden state. So friends, that is RS flip-flop by using transistor circuit. Now the truth table of RS flip-flop is now going to display on your screen. In the truth table, set input, that is S, reset input, Q and Q complement. What is the first condition? When both set and reset input are 0. When both S is 0, R is 0, 0, 0. What is the output state? That is the last state. That is the initial state. We are not able to predict what is the output state. It may be either 0, 1 or 1, 0. That is the last. We are not going to change the output state. Flip-flop remains in the last. When set input is low, reset input is 1. That is the second case. When reset input is high, flip-flop is in reset mode. So Q is 0 and Q complement is 1. The third, when set input is high, reset input is low, the flip-flop is in set mode. When the set input is high, it is in set mode. So Q is now 1, Q complement goes to 0, low level. And the last state, that is when both set and reset inputs are high, the flip-flop is in race mode, is in forbidden state, and the outputs are Q and Q complement are known as a race, or it is known as a forbidden. So friend, that is RS flip-flop, that is basic flip-flop used in logic circuit. That is a set reset flip-flop, that is a reset set flip-flop, RS. In next video lecture, we are going to study the RS flip-flop by using logic circuits, by using the logic gates. We have to use NAND gate and NOR gate to construct the RS flip-flop. And next lecture, we are going to study RS by using NAND and RS by using NOR. So friends, thanks for watching this video lecture. Bye. Take care. See you again.